Today I will be discussing with you climate change. There are many indicators the Earth is not the same as it was even 100 years ago. This informative speech will give you a new keen insight as to what is changing in the Earth and how this may affect you. My intended purpose for choosing to educate you all on climate change is due to how controversial and compelling this specific subject can be. Many people worldwide and community-wise reject it because they don't understand it, but the science behind this does not lie. Did you know average global sea level is expected to rise 7 to 23 inches before the end of this century? We will dive into this a little bit further once we get farther into the speech. This topic is detrimental to all of us in this room because we all live on our Mother Earth. The changes she has recently been going through will affect all of us or someone we know by the time we end our lives. This is a fact. Positively or negatively, every inhabitant of the planet is affected. Climate change education is crucial to our current inhabitants and future generations of our planet. Today we will be discussing a few key and alarming signs of climate change. The points we'll be discussing are the rising temperature of the ocean waters, our melting glaciers, and the rise of the global sea level. The surface temperature is steadily rising higher and higher. Water temperature on record has been higher in the last 3 decades than in any other measurements since the year 1880. From 1901 through 2015, sea temperatures rose at an average of 0.13 degrees Fahrenheit per decade and are continuing to rise. Steady water temperature is crucial to the natural preservation of our coral reefs. When underwater temperatures rise and stay warmer than usual, coral reefs become stressed, causing them to become sickly and weak. After prolonged high water temperatures, the reefs become bleached and eventually perish. You may ask yourself, why is this important? This is important because coral reefs are huge recyclers of the Earth's carbon monoxide. And they are very important to eco-specific habitats for many underwater species. Destruction of our coral reefs cause their natural underwater species to leave in search of ideal living conditions, including food and security production. While the rising ocean temperatures cause the coral reefs to diminish, its natural capabilities to make food for its inhabitants all but disappears. For the simple fact of food and protection being scarce, many different fish species are abandoning their habitats, moving towards the Earth's poles for more ideal living conditions. This new trend among sea creatures has caused disruptions in fisheries all across the planet. Another startling sign is the fact that our Earth's glaciers are melting and pretty rapidly at that. What many people don't know is that the glaciers are an essential source of fresh water for communities all around the world. 3 times the ice volume stored in the entirety of the European Alps is lost globally every year. Terrifying. The issues humans face with glacier destruction is dramatic. Some examples include eventual depletion of a natural water source, erosion, avalanches, landslides, and soil destabilization. The last topic we're going to talk about is the rise of the global sea level. Global sea level has been rising at a rate of 0.04 inches to about 0.1 inches per year since 1990. The current rate, according to NASA, is 0.13 inches a year. This information suggests an acceleration in the rising sea levels, which ultimately negatively affects humans as a whole. This scary natural evolution impacts human coastal infrastructure, it increases flood risks, and has currently been creating more intense and damaging storms, nation and global-wide. Sadly, the rate of our sea level is largely affected in part due to the melting of the glaciers. These are not all the significant signs of global warming, these are just a few. Hopefully, I have shown you how these issues often go hand in hand. From the rising of the temperatures of the ocean waters, to the melting glaciers, to finally the rise of the global sea level. Although our Earth is in the process of evolving due to global climate change, the natural out of sight, out of mind attitude isn't going to cut it for much longer. Now is our job as inhabitants of this earth to extend our research and begin to adjust our lives to the ever-changing environment.